Okay, so started doing Harry Potter and the Cursed Child book review, the script review from this book, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I filmed the part 1, which was act 1, part 1, act 1, yes. That was a while ago, but it was all very still fresh in my hatred, fresh in my bones. And it's been a while since then, and I've sort of like lost my fire. So I feel like if I was to do part 1 act 2, then part 2 act 1, part 2 act 2 videos all separate, those would just be a bit of like endless drivel, me just talking, complaining. So I figured I'd just go and round the book up in this video. This will probably be the last time I ever speak about this book. I always refer to it as a book, but it is technically a script, which is firstly one of the reasons as to why it's very, like, it's not a good read. It is a script, and that's all it is. The play, I can imagine the play could be very good. However, it is in London and it is in the West End, so it's very expensive, so I will not be going to see it while it is there. Hopefully it then tours. We have a very good theatre here, and then hopefully it will come here and then I will go see it. Because I can imagine it be very good, but as a book, this is just not nice, really. The characters aren't the same. I know they're older, but they just seem like different characters. You read 7 Harry Potter books and it's like you know the characters, you're their friends, or like you have a connection with them, like you know them in real life. And then this book comes out and and it's like you're just reading about completely different people. And this is included in the Harry Potter universe. This is classed as the next book, which is, it's just sad. Can you imagine Universal Studios reading this? Pretend Harry Potter is not out, the whole 7 books, and this being brought out. The people at Universal read this and they think, we need to build the greatest themed area of any theme park in the world. They would not think that, because it's not a good book. So if this is not as good as the other books, why would you release it? There's nothing in this that is good. There is nothing in this book that reminds me of Harry Potter. I don't feel like I am reading my favourite. I don't feel like I'm reading a sequel kind of thing to my favourite novels in the world. This is possibly the worst book I've ever read, which is not good. How can you have Harry Potter at the top and the bottom of your lists of your favourite books? It should not be a thing. Another reason why it's probably terrible is JK did not write it. She had some input, but I mean, they just shouldn't have released it as a script. Why would you release it as a script? It offers false hope that you think fantastic, another, like, it seems like the impossible. I thought there would never be another Harry Potter book, ever. And then they announced there will be this book, and you're filled with the most elation, and then it's all ripped. It's ripped from you. And you're just like, why? You should have just brought it out as a play, because it is a play. Then I went on Pottermore the other day, and they're releasing Fantastic Beasts as a script as well. If this is a new thing, I can't see it being successful. They should just bring out the films. I've also heard that they're bringing out this book, this play book type thing as a film. It would not work. It would not work. Partly because the Harry Potter books are fantastic. The films are not as good as the books, obviously, because films are never as good as the books. But the films and the books, you read them, you watch them, and you feel happy. You feel like this is incredible. You feel just like, you feel whole. You feel whole when you watch them. If you're like a super fan, you feel whole when you watch them or you read them. J.K. Rowling did not make the films, and they are still fantastic. So that is no excuse as to why this is so bad. So I feel like if they made a film, it would not be good. If the play is good, that's good. But I've heard, as like, might just be a rumour that it would be in 2 parts again. Harry Potter created this fad of releasing the final book into 2 film installments. It kind of worked if you are only if you are a huge super fan, because you love to see the details of what you've imagined while you've read them. You love to see all the details put into film and not skipped over like as what normally happens. That is why films are never as good as the books, because there's never as much detail in the films. Lord of the Rings extended edition is one of the most incredible things I've ever watched in my life, because it barely leaves any detail out from what is in the books. However, then Twilight did it, then The Hunger Games did it, and other ones have done it as well. I can't put my finger on them right now, but it's just a waste, really. I've read the last Hunger Games book. There was no need whatsoever to bring that out into 2 separate films. The last 2 films, the first Hunger Games film, fantastic. The second one, fantastic. Third and fourth, should just be 1 film. Should just be 1 film. It's just crazy, it is crazy. So if they brought this out into 2 parts, there is nowhere near enough stuff, like a beginning, middle and end, in the part 1 of this that would warrant its own standalone film. If this was to be made into a film, it needs to be a full film, just 1 film, this book. They might be able to do some good things, however, I feel like there is also not enough content in this to make a film. So they would also then add a load more stuff into it to fill the screen time, and I feel like the stuff that they would add would just end up being pointless drivel. So I have no connection whatsoever to this book. The fact that every time I look at it, it says Harry Potter on the side with the Harry Potter font, and it looks incredible, hurts me, because I know this is not what I want to be part of. I don't want this to be part of the Harry Potter universe. It might be selfish of me to think that, but that's how I feel. It's not good enough. It's not good enough to be part of the Harry Potter universe. You read the other books. In every single book, there is not 1 book that you can read where you don't feel like every emotion under the sun. Like when you watch a film and your heart starts beating and you're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? That's what you feel when you read them books. I mean, the biggest thing is complete understanding that this is a play, and until I've seen the play, I can't really comment to a huge extent. But the fact that like over half of the Harry Potter universe doesn't like this book, to the point where it's not just I don't like it, it's serious hatred and never gonna read it again. It just shows that it's either shouldn't be a thing, or they just shouldn't have released the script. They shouldn't have released the script. at all. When, like, I mean, it never happens. You would only release the script if you would put it into like a book form, which this isn't, and you finish it in a day, and it's like, what's just happened? Like, it all just happens so fast. There's no time, there's no middle ground, there's no transition periods. It's all just bang, 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 and none of the bangs are good enough to be in like a novel. It'd only be good if you're watching it on a screen with everything else that's happening. You know what I mean? This is just your mind, and if you don't like it, your mind is not gonna like it, and so it's not gonna get imaginative with it. And if you're watching it on the stage, it could be a completely different atmosphere and everything. So that's why I think Albus. Look at this guy. Me and Albus and Sirius. We just don't approve. So there you go. That was, I feel, much better than 3 more videos of me complaining about specific parts of the book, because there is a correlation that all specific parts that I was going to pick out would have been not good, because I don't like the book, and I didn't find any nice parts apart from Hermione being the Minister for Magic, which is the only thing in this book that seems like a plausible idea that would actually happen. So there you go. This is now etched into Harry Potter history, and this is what has happened in Harry Potter. This is real. That madness actually happened in the Harry Potter universe. So there you go. We don't post many negative videos on this YouTube channel because we are not negative guys, but I can't say anything positive about this. So there you go. If you don't agree, I do apologise, but just comment below. Tell me why you don't agree. Tell me why you like it. What stands out to you? What makes it tick? Because I don't just want it to be me doing this and then people watching it and just thinking, who does he think he is? Like he has any right to diss the Harry Potter universe like this. Because that's not what it's about. This is my opinion. This is not anybody else's opinion. This is just my opinion. Just say I disagree. I disagree because of this reason. You know what I mean? I might even be able to sympathise with it. I might be able to see where you're coming from. But we'll never know unless you comment. Don't hate me, just comment. But yeah, we love making videos and we will continue to do so until the very distant future, the infinite future. It does help when we log in and we see a notification, new subscriber. We love a new subscriber, so subscribe, like, comment. We love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.